fellow ink drinkers, and welcome back to the Blind Girls Book Talk podcast. My name is Aria.
And I'm Belle.
And we are joined today again by Beth. Say hello, Beth.
Hello.
So, me and Belle are two legally blind sisters who love reading and love books. And so what we've done is we've created this show in order to talk about that. We talk about a wide variety of bookish content, and that can range from bad retellings of stories, book to movie adaptation comparisons, buddy reads, recent reads, bookish challenges, really. The list does go on and on. And today what we're doing and why we brought Beth in is because we are doing a trope tier list.
Well, that's not really why we brought Beth in. For the record, now we're all living together.
Yes.
So Beth may just be on here more so than me sometimes because I now have school. So if she's on here, it's mostly maybe because I couldn't be here to help Aria, so Aria's not just talking. Like, I know a couple weeks ago she did one because I had to have surgery and it was
And that was
a
a
mess.
process.
That was...
Yeah, that was a whole thing. So
But Belle is okay.
Yes, I'm fine.
Yes, Belle
Gregor
is fine.
is gone. Turns out it was actually worse than we all thought, but it's fine.
Oh, yeah, it was a tumor.
Yeah. It's fine.
It's fine.
We digress.
We digress, though.
I'm fine. I'm not dying. I
So
swear.
occasionally, though, we're going to do kind of these. We just have three people here because why not? You know? Because a lot of times Belle and I do have very similar opinions, especially when it comes to tropes. So it's
And
nice.
then there's me.
Yes, so it's nice to have Beth to kind of round out.
Well, here's the thing with tropes, and here's my prediction on how this episode's going to go. I am going to be the split down the middle between the two of you.
Yes, probably.
Yeah, I'm going to be the split down the middle.
Okay, well, let me give you the how we're kind of breaking this down. Okay, so the top of our tier list, our God tier, so to say, is best stories ever. Like, these tropes make the best stories ever. The next one down is pretty good books. The one after that is not my cup of tea, but I respect it. The one after that is could we not use this, please? And immediately no.
Immediately no.
Immediately no. So those are our tiers because, I think the letters are boring.
So, please tell me you have a list of tiers.
I do. I have very many.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I have very many. I have a whole thing of like just romance ones, and then I have ones of that go across the whole span of different types of literature.
Okay.
To preface why Belle laughed, it's because she immediately looked at me and knows me and romance are
We're gonna
not
fix
it.
this. We're gonna fix this.
No, we are not.
Yes, we are. To preface, Beth's first romance was Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
It was the crappiest book.
No wonder you don't
I've
like
ever
romances.
read.
We're going to fix you.
We're going to fix it.
There is no fixing.
Yes,
No, there is
there
fixing.
is.
All romance sucks.
No,
We're gonna fix
trust us. I was like that, and I'm better.
Yeah, we know what book you read.
Shut up.
All right. So
We ain't going there.
with that being said, I'm going to start with some action adventure tropes that kind of come up. The first one would be the unbreakable codes, quote unquote, that are broken by the protagonist. So in my mind, I definitely come up with like Dan Brown books, like Da Vinci Code, those kind of things where it's these unbreakable codes or really tricky codes that our main character then solves.
Don't think I've read anything with that.
Have you, Beth?
I have not.
Am I the only one then?
Apparently.
Probably.
Apparently. Okay, so
Also, if
Unless
you
you're, like-
hear a weird sound, that is my cat Bingley.
yes,
He's
Bingley
purring.
Chewing on the computer.
is around here and he wants to chew my computer. And
Bingley.
if he chews my computer, it's going to go badly for everyone.
I'm only saying that because I heard a rumbling in my headphones, and I know he was purring.
Hi.
yeah, he's
he's
gone over
waiting
to
for you.
Beth now. So I feel like they can be pretty good books. I think there's something, I don't know, I kind of like having this is unbreakable, like no one can solve it, and then all of a sudden someone just comes up and is like, have you tried this? And it works. Like, I don't know. That just kind of...
For some reason, all I saw in my head when you said this is unbreakable, all I saw was Harry Potter, did you put your name into the goblet of fire?
Yes. So I'm going to put this under pretty good books. All right. The next one, Black and White Morality. So it's not shades of gray. There's clearly bad guys. There is clearly good guys. There is no in between.
So shadow hunters.
Kind of like shadow hunters. I'm trying to think of anything else and nothing is coming to mind. But I feel like
Hunger Games? Or is that more
I feel
like
there's
dystopian?
gray. There's gray in there.
I feel like there is some gray in there. I feel like it's close, but not quite it. So, yeah. But we all kind of know the deal with that trope, though. So, what are you guys thinking?
Meh.
Not my cup of tea?
Not necessarily my cup of tea. I mean, it can be good, but it's not like
It's not great.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like...
I don't think it
was
warrants the immediately no tier, but it definitely is a not my favorite thing.
Not my cup of tea, but I respect it.
I read the Infernal Devices. Is that the Clockwork Angel?
Yes,
that
I believe
one.
so, yes.
I read those. I haven't read the actual Shadowhunters series, but I did read those. I liked them, but after a while, it was really, why am I reading this?
So, yeah, I can kind of go with that. Like, I feel like there are some stories that really works well for, but I feel like overall Morally Gray and like those kind of things are a lot more interesting stories. So yeah, that's my thing about it. The MacGuffin. So a MacGuffin is an object that acts as a plot device to move the story along. The hero must find the MacGuffin before the villain does in order to save the world.
I already
So like
hate
a
it.
Sorcerer's Stone kind of situation?
Yeah, I feel like that would be like because he had to kind of try to save it so Voldemort couldn't come back. So I feel like that's pretty close.
But like the Sorcerer's Stone, it like really couldn't bring him back. So like it was found that like the Sorcerer's Stone really couldn't do crap.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of other ones. I know movies are popping to mind more so than books in this case.
I hate it just for the name alone.
Okay.
The fact that it's called a MacGuffin.
Yes, I hate it.
Immediately no.
Immediately I
no,
don't like it.
purely because it's called a MacGuffin.
The double cross, where a trusted ally or side character turns out to be working for the enemy.
Abso-freaking-lutely all day.
Stalking
All day.
Jack the Ripper.
So, okay, so best stories ever then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stalking Jack the Ripper. You haven't read it.
I haven't, but you did give me one of them.
I gave you a Good Girl's Guide. I didn't give you Stalking.
Didn't you? No, you gave me Poe.
I gave you Poe.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I still need to read.
It's in our library.
So,
you can
children's book tropes are what I'm going to go with next.
Like Cat in the Hat?
Well, it'll make sense here in just a second. The power of friendship.
Oh, dear
No.
God. Fuck, sorry. Heck no.
Immediately no?
Immediate no. I'm sorry. Power of friendship. The power of friendship sells every. No, it doesn't. Overrated.
Okay, now we'll go to contemporary fiction. Coming of age.
No.
Okay.
No.
Hurt you?
Catcher in the Rye hurt me.
Oh, I love Catcher in the Rye.
You have issues.
It's a good book.
You need to really talk to your therapist.
So for me, I'm definitely not a coming of age reader.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just it ain't for me.
I think it's because I had to read it so often in high school.
Yeah,
that
you
I
read
get
a lot
kind of
you read
sick. I just want to clarify. I didn't say who hurt you because I love the trope.
I have read so many coming of age in high school, and even the one I liked got ruined. So like I can't.
Which was the one you liked?
I kind of liked A Separate Piece. It made me
Okay.
think of life. Like it made me think and question things, and then stupid classmates ruined it. And then the next one I read was Catcher in a Rye, and it was pretty much it's stupid dude.
You read a lot of coming of age.
You do, and I would classify one of my favorite books ever is To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes,
Classic.
I love To Kill a Mockingbird.
Because of the kids in that story, Scout and her brother.
yes,
I personally would classify that as a coming of age story because of
It's
the
not.
realization about the different topics that are happening in the book.
It's not coming of age because it's as an adult she's looking back. So it's not really coming of age. She's telling the story of her as a child. Scout is, and she's now making commentary as an adult. So it's the kid's perspective versus her now as an adult telling it. But she's explaining what she did and thought, and now she's like, oh wait, like I now see everything wrong with this. So it's not.
So, I think it's her. I mainly saw it through her brother's eyes, even though she was telling it. Because at the time, it was her older brother was kind of like, okay, wow, this is not okay.
Yeah, but you don't really get much of that compared to her.
Okay, so that being said, Beth has kind of a, she doesn't immediately hate it. Belle, immediately no. I'm definitely neutral in this one because, like, for me, I'm kind of like, I think that there are some good eggs and some bad eggs in that genre. So for me, I'm definitely more kind of middle of the road. So do we want to just call it a could we not use this, please?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's me.
To kind of as an average of all of our opinions.
I can't even think of another one. Because, I mean, some would classify To Kill a Mockingbird as that. I disagree. And I know a lot of scholars disagree,
I know there's
too.
a lot of them. So the next one, family drama.
No.
What kind of family drama? Like, we talking affairs? We talking...
I mean, it's in modern
Work?
day, so you get anything, any and all.
I haven't read too many family dramas
It's
recently.
too much. Our family's too dramatic.
No, and see, the thing is that for me, I know I read one where it was, I forget what the name of it was, but it was kind of this girl. She ended up having to come back home, and like there was just kind of like the family wasn't dramatic in a way, but like they were all in each other's business kind of thing. And so there was just all of that, like she didn't want certain people to know what was going on because it would get back to her other family and she just didn't want them to know kind of thing.
Would you count Inheritance Games as a family drama?
I would.
I think yes.
You read
I think
Inheritance Games?
I haven't read it, but I know enough about it.
I was about
From
to say,
a
when
friend
did you
of
read
ours.
it?
No, a friend of ours summed it up for me.
Oh.
Because I was going to read it, and then I was... The summary just wasn't interesting. I was like, okay, yeah, that's fair.
It's actually a pretty good book.
yeah.
The
I
first
think-
one is a pretty good book.
Okay.
The second one,
Meh.
it really falls into young adult.
Okay.
I really like young adult, so like, but like it went hard into young adult. Like there was just this random explosion.
So
Okay, wannabe Michael Bay movie that's a book.
So, do we want to put this in? Could we not use this, please? Do we want to put it in immediately? No.
For me, personally, because of my family, I immediately go to immediately no.
Yeah, too much drama.
Okay, I'll put it in immediately. no.
You read to escape my family drama. I don't
Yeah.
need people adding more to it.
Okay.
Next,
Next,
need to
we're-
preface that I love my parents at this point, but
Love my family, but
love them to death. But
okay. Next,
and I'm more so talking about all family, like my
Yeah.
entire family, not
same.
my immediate family
yeah.
unit.
okay. So, next one we're going to is fantasy. First of all, The Chosen One. So
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter's.
my brain
think
goes Harry
your-
Potter and what's the Thomas
Jackson?
Thomas from the Maze Runner, and then
Oh,
Percy
Maze Runner.
Jackson.
Yeah,
I
there's-
hated the Maze Runner.
There's
I
a lot of stories that
Loved.
used.
I liked
The first book.
I liked the first book. Everything else after that went downhill.
I didn't-
I got confused.
I didn't hate the Scorch Trials, and then Therese became a traitor, and I was severely angry.
Yeah, there's a lot, like, because I know, like, I feel like Katniss is almost a chosen one. I feel
you could argue that.
I feel like Divergent, the main
Tris.
girl, I feel like she's kind of a chosen one almost. Like, kind of, I feel like there's a lot of chosen ones out there. I'm not a huge fan of it, personally. I just am kind of like, great, you're chosen to save the world. How you
love
gonna do it?
The action that comes with it. However,
Pegasus would fall under that.
Probably.
Probably.
So for me, I'm leaning into could we not use this, please?
Meh.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Belle on this one. I'm a meh.
Meh.
If it's when it's done well,
if it's done well,
really good.
And I
So
feel like
not my cup of tea, but I respect it.
Yeah, because I feel like it fits a lot better in like children's like early young adult. They can do that trope very well. But like if you're going older young adult or adult, no.
Okay, next one. The mentor, an older character who helps the protagonist along on his or her journey.
I'm sorry. No. You do not get to say Gandalf as someone who said she will never read The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings. Keep his name.
No, I read The Hobbit. I said I hated The Hobbit. I will never read Lord of the Rings because Tolkien has...
Read The Lord of the Rings.
No.
Yes.
I won't do it.
Yes, I will force you.
Do it.
She won't even do it.
Can we at least watch The Lord of the Rings?
Yes, we can do that.
Thank you.
No.
Says the girl who already watched Lord of the Rings with me in college.
What did we watch?
Because we went on this whole rant about Gollum, and you were like, I don't understand. And then we watched Lord of the Rings, and you were like, how come Gollum is Gollum? And I'm like, well, Gollum was a hobbit. Now he's just kind of a gremlin. I guess he's still a hobbit, but he's a gremlin because
Listen, no, I remember that conversation of I don't understand Gollum, and B, Arya watched him before, and Gollum freaked me out.
Okay, so anyway.
Sorry.
So the mentor. I feel like they can be really fun characters. I feel like they're pretty good books.
Listen.
I can
never look at Dumbledore again. I cannot do it.
Why? What happened?
There's a theory and it ruined Dumbledore for me.
Can you tell me the story?
Okay, the mentor's going under pretty good books.
I agree.
Okay. Heir to the throne. So the character may not want the throne or even know that he or she is the heir, but by the end of the story, they usually take their rightful place as a benevolent leader.
I haven't read too many of those.
I've read a few.
I was going to say, I feel
and the
like
ones I've read I've liked, but like they're so sporadic in me picking them.
Yes. I feel like I don't choose it very often.
I don't choose it very often, and normally when I do, it's more so it's not the girl who's the heir to the throne, it's the love interest.
Yeah,
but like he then ends up getting the throne.
It's a whole thing. So I mean, personally, what are we thinking? Like, not my cup of tea.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The one after that is unlikely allies, when the hero is forced to trust one of their enemies to save the day. I like this one. I think it's cool how there's like, I don't trust you and you don't trust me, but also the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So like, let's just tag team to like go after the big bad. I like it personally.
I don't know if I've read anything.
I guess I would classify the opening of The Cabin by Natasha Preston as that. But to be fair, because of the romance, I hated that book.
Fair.
It's not my favorite of that one.
I feel like then it should go in pretty good books. Like,
okay. I have no opinion.
I feel like that's a fair placement.
Don't really have an opinion either.
I can't name a single book that has that. I mean, I feel like you could argue that the second book of From Blood and Ash, however, I can argue against that too.
Fair. I've got two more for this one. Rescued by the Cavalry. So think in Lord of the Rings how they're in that one fight and then the riders show up and come in to save the day. Like Rohan, right? Riders of Rohan?
Rohan? Yeah, Riders of Rohan.
Yes.
Where, whenever Legolas is there, Legolas is just kind of like, I am smarter than all of you, and I have saved all of your lives.
Yeah, that too. So, like, the cavalry appears. There's a big fight. It's not going well, and then all of a sudden, kind of the new wave of fighters appears and joins in the battle. I think those are pretty good too. I think there's a nice little spice of that when you're like, this is not going to go well, and then all of a sudden, kind of the reinforcements show up. I like it personally, but that's just me.
I don't think I've read something with that.
I mean, I've quite literally read Lord of the Rings, and I guess the ending fight in Deathly Hallows. Granted, that's not really the cavalry's
That's not
here.
the
It's more so
cavalry.
our hope isn't completely gone. We are going to keep going.
Yeah, that was literally... Well, either way, pretty much if Harry didn't survive the first killing curse. Either way, I feel like everybody else would have still gone. Because, I mean, you have McGonagall in charge of all that.
Yeah,
like, you think
McGonagall,
McGonagall was just
and you
going to be
find
like,
out
this
that
is fine.
Neville Longbottom is worthy enough to wield the sword of Godric Gryffindor.
Yeah. So I say pretty good books, personally.
Yeah,
No comment.
we can put it there.
Okay. Last one for fantasy. Damsel in Distress.
F no.
no. I don't care anyone else's opinion.
No.
No. Biggest pet peeve. No.
I know. I did it for that purpose.
Hate it.
Damsel.
Hate
I'm a
it.
damsel. I am always constantly in distress and stress, and I can handle my own crap. Thank you very much. The door is that away. Goodbye.
To quote one specific song, I don't want to be like Cinderella, waiting in some dark old dusty cellar. No. Heck
Okay.
no.
Do you guys read a lot of horror?
Yes. I think I read more horror than Belle.
Right now, yes.
Okay.
But
So
my
I'm
brain cannot.
I'm only going to pull one thing in then. Humans can be evil.
Yes. I love those books because it's true.
Yeah.
So best stories ever.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what a lot of my mysteries are and thrillers.
It's like, I'm not going to lie, the human race sucks.
Oh, yeah.
It's accurate.
No offense if you're a good person listening to this podcast.
I hope you are good people.
We sincerely hope you're all good people.
good people.
Okay. So then next, mystery. Close quarters, where the setting is like the train, a boat, like a mansion, like pretty much like everybody's...
Murder on the Orient Express?
Yeah.
Yes.
So best stories ever.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The Murder on the Orient Express.
So good. The escape room we did of Murder on the Orient Express in Tennessee was really fun. Too.
Yes. That was good.
Outsmarting the criminal, where the protagonist hatches a brilliant plan to get the criminal to confess. I love this.
I like that. That's a
I-
Sherlock level.
I
Yeah.
like it solely depending on how it's written.
Yeah, it does depend on how it's written, and I could argue that for most of these, but like there are
In
more
general.
of them
Yeah.
that I like for
Than I
this
don't.
trope than I don't.
So are we doing best stories ever or pretty good?
I personally would put it in pretty good, but that is just me.
I don't know. What do you say?
I mean, I really, really enjoy it. I love when there's just this crazy scheme that it just ends up working. And like, you might not even know the scheme. You
Yeah.
just know that there is a scheme that is happening. And then all of a sudden it just kind of works. And you're like, that was brilliant.
Yeah, I have to go with you on that one.
So for me, I'm like, I want to honor Beth's opinion, but also,
Overruled.
but also 2 against 1.
You're fine. You don't have to justify yourselves to me.
Okay. The detective with the haunted past. I don't like it personally.
Take it or leave it.
I don't like the haunted past.
I feel
Because
like it's
then
boring.
I think you're focusing too much on the guy's past and you're like, cool, get to the plot.
Yeah. So could we not use this, please?
Yeah.
Like, keep the detective. Forget the haunted past.
And then, okay, thriller and suspense. The ticking clock, the race against time.
Those can be good.
Yeah, I haven't read too much of those.
So pretty good or not my cup of tea?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'll put it in pretty good.
Okay.
I think those really depend on the writing.
Unreliable narrator. These drive me up a wall.
I guess it would depend on the mental state of the narrator.
I don't
like-
like this personally, but that's just me.
I don't think I read enough of those.
So I'm going to go with could we not use this?
Yeah, I would agree for the most part.
Twist ending.
If it leaves me on a cliffhanger and I can't get the next book for a hot minute, I get mad.
Yeah.
And that's normally where I end up stopping series.
I don't
honestly.
mind twists, but as long as the twist is resolved.
Yeah.
So
But if it's a cliffhanger, I'm like, okay, cool.
Not
Is
my-
the next book already out?
not my cup of tea or could we not?
Not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Cliffhangers in general.
No.
For me, it would depend on the novel and how well the writer is at creating them.
I mean, I'm not a fan of cliffhangers personally, but I mean, I feel like I would be comfortable with putting in a could we not.
Yeah, I'm comfortable in could we not.
Okay, now we're to YA. Useless or evil adults.
Well,
I'm laughing solely based on I think I know what Belle's response is going to be.
most adults are useless anyway.
Yep.
I can say that because I am an adult.
Yes.
Yep.
Useless, I think for me, I hate it when the adults are like, well, I know this about what happened. And then they go on and you're like, cool. The main character has known this since chapter 2. And here we are in part 3 of the novel.
Yeah. I mean, I don't read a lot of it.
Can we not?
Could we not?
Can we not?
Discovering special powers.
No.
Not my cup of tea.
No.
I'm going to put could we not because I feel like I'm kind of in the middle. Love is the answer.
No.
That is bull. Hate it. Let it die.
Or even better.
I swear to God.
The outsider. So the protagonist is the outsider going against the grain and doing things their own way.
So Ponyboy from the outside.
I mean, I feel like kind of Katniss would be an outsider.
I don't mind the outsider trope as long as it's not like, oh, I'm so quirky. I'm not like other girls. As long as it's not that.
For me, I'm just kind of like, could we not?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's just...
I think that works for me.
It's been done too many times, too poorly.
Yeah. And then last one, incapable of love. The character has been hurt so badly that they've given up on love until...
Beauty and the Beast. Love it. I will fight you.
Let it die.
I like it because it's kind of like you're giving your, like, it's a second chance kind of thing. So for me, I feel like pretty good.
I will let you two handle this one solely because I'm the polar
Beauty and the Beast.
And
Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast.
I'm going to put it in pretty good.
Beauty and the Beast is the only good one of those.
Beauty and the Beast. I don't care.
I agreed with you that it's Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast is fantastic. It's lovely.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
It's why this is good.
Love
I don't
the musical.
care about anything else.
However, all the others are utter.
Nope. Just
Okay.
Beauty and the Beast.
So the final tally for those who are trying to keep score at home. So for our best stories ever, we only have Double Cross, Humans Can Be Evil, Close Quarters, and Outsmarting the Criminal. For pretty good books, we have Unbreakable Codes, The Mentor, Unlikely Allies, Arrival of the Cavalry, Ticking Clock, and Incapable of Love. Not my cup of tea, but I respect it. Black and White, Chosen One, Heir to the Throne, Twist Ending. Could we not use this, please? Coming of age, detective with a haunted past, unreliable narrator, cliffhangers, useless adults, discovering powers, outsiders. Immediately no. MacGuffins, the power of friendship, family drama, damsel in distress, and love is the answer.
MacGuffins. I'm going to be on that for a while.
Yo,
So
what does this tier list say about who we are as people?
I don't know, because we didn't even touch any of the romance tropes. So there's going to be another episode down the line where we actually go through a good bit of romance tropes. Hopefully
we'll cut Beth off for that one.
Hopefully we'll maybe try to convert Beth by that point. We'll see.
If not, it will legit just be
Good
me and
luck
Aria.
with that.
Yeah. And then we'll kind of go from there. So we hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Of course, if you like this episode, if you like what you've been listening to, please consider following the podcast and sharing the episode with your friends. It really would help us to grow the show, and we would appreciate the support of those actions. Now, what are we going to be talking about next time?
I don't know, because you said you updated the thing and you didn't update the thing.
You are right. Next time, I know what we're going to be talking about next time.
What are we talking about?
Next time, we're going to be talking about how to move with books. We're going to give some
that was my
tips
idea.
on how to move with books, considering we just moved.
And still are moving.
And still are in the process
It's a
of
process, kids.
unloading. So, That being said, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.